Hi Cancer, welcome to Ivy Tarot. My name is Sharena and this is going to be your very own self-reflection tarot reading. So today what we are going to talk about for you is what is on your mind, what have you been thinking a lot about as of recently, or what do you need to reflect on in the next coming days that could be important to you. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to ask from you, Cancer, if you would please be nice enough to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also tap on the bell notification so that every time that I upload, you won't miss out on anything that I have to say. And all of my readings are for you because you are all of the signs, so be sure to check your placements if it resonates with you. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and start your reflection, and then I'm going to give you a preview of how it's going to connect to some other external messages that you can hear. Like, for instance, I feel like your reflection is going to highlight your friendships right now, or the people who you consider your friends or considering to be friends with. So let's see what your main message is going to be about. What does Cancer need to reflect on? I'm shuffling the gift of virtues. So which virtue does Cancer need to reflect on? Just in general. Totality. And this is a mix of Taurus and Libra energy. So you can see anyone around you with those sun signs, or this could be some strong placements in your own chart. But it says the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. An aggregate amount, accumulation of components, quality of wholeness. This is your virtue that you have. So with that, it doesn't matter about the individual parts. That doesn't matter as much as the reason that something is coming together, or the reason why something become whole. So what I want to say is, what is the purpose here? Some of you are looking for a purpose, doing things with more purpose, or looking for more substance in individuals, maybe even in yourself. Some of you are trying to assess how much you have accumulated in some area of your life. Like, you've been like gathering things, putting something together. Maybe everything that you have been gathering, they may look disconnected at first, but it's like the more that you accumulated of something in some area, the more you started to see something come together. Like, something started to make sense. You know what I just heard? I heard mystery. It's like you were putting a mystery together, like you were solving it. But not to say that it had to have like some sort of a secretive component to it. It's just that you were just slowly but surely realizing that you were figuring something out. And again, getting the purpose of something. That's what it feels like. It's like, I'm putting something together. What am I putting together? Like, that's what I'm seeing. All right, how is this going to relate to your friendships? And this is what we're going to talk about more so in your extended. I'm using the 101 hidden thoughts, intentions, and emotions. So this is likely going to be how someone really feels around you, or how you feel about another person. I heard a few individuals though. It seemed like it's more than one person I'm talking about. It's like maybe like at least 3. Do you feel ignored a little bit? Because I feel like you haven't been reached out to as much, or hey, how you doing? The text messages ain't coming through. You haven't received a call in a while. Or have you done this to someone else? Because giving little attention to this connection came out. Maybe someone feels ignored by you. Somebody is waiting for acknowledgement. They're waiting for you to give something greater attention. Okay, either I feel like this is more so on the other person's end, but I feel like somebody wants you to figure them out. And it's like a trying to figure out their own personal puzzle piece, but I feel like that's something that you have no interest in. Or maybe, again, this is how your friends feel about you. They don't have no interest in trying to figure you out or check up on you or something like that. So maybe some of you feel ignored or feel forgotten. Okay. Ooh. And then at the bottom, feeling sorry or guilty. That also tells me that some of you also could have been hurt the last time, or maybe not even hurt. I want to say offended. Some of you felt offended the last time that you talked to someone, and you're just waiting for acknowledgement. You're waiting for, hey, I sorry what I said, or so maybe you feel like somebody is stalling communication with you to avoid apologizing or addressing the issue that has happened that offended you. Or maybe again you're doing that to another, but I would strongly feel like that's from another person then. We'll talk about it later. So again, if you want to see that reflection, we'll click that link in the description box and we'll get in greater detail. But in regardless of what Cancer is going through or thinking about, let's see. Why is totality the virtue that they would best reflect on at this time? Again, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So it doesn't matter about the individual parts as much as the reason that it's coming together or how it comes together. What's also sticking out to me is quality of wholeness. And as I say that, passion faded over time, just flipped over. So something that was meant to make you feel whole or fulfilled or satisfied or feeling like you have a sense of completion, it is not feeling like that anymore. Okay. That was way too many cards. Let me get something else. It doesn't feel whole anymore. It doesn't feel like as important. Now, this is a passion, like this could have been a passion project, a person you have passion for, a job or anything like that, or just anything that fills you up with excitement in the sense of like, this is where I belong. It doesn't feel like that anymore. Or it's slowly fading away. Okay. Who else had this? I can't remember who else had this, but we have flow with the good times instead of overthinking. And be grateful and appreciative. I think somebody else had these exact two cards. Or was it something I said on Patreon? I don't know. I'm going to try to see who it was. But I feel like you are being told to not forget about why you have this passion in the first place for these other two cards to come out. So you're being told to, okay, so maybe you've been looking at the getting too consumed with the individual things that you have to do or the individual things that you have to put up with, and maybe you're losing sight of the big picture of why all of this is important, or why you started this in the first place, or why you say, you know what, I'm agreed to do this thing because I know it's going to have such and such benefits or such and such outcome or whatever. But maybe you didn't think it was going to take this long, because when I say that because we have Taurus energy, and Taurus, they like to take things the long route. They like to be as patient as they need to be as dedicated as they need to be. So some of you are questioning your dedication to something or to someone or to some endeavor. Never let loyalty become slavery. Some of you feel like you just being overworked or you're being drained constantly. And that's the reason why some sort of passion has faded over time. That almost sounded like Cajun to me. Are some of you chefs? Or that could just mean somebody's just seriously feeling the heat, feeling the pressure of some situation. And you don't know if you can put up with it. What they say, pressure coats diamonds or something like that. So it's good pressure. And maybe that's the reason why you have to remind yourself of this. Because you started this for a reason, or you did this for a reason. So there's a need to look at the bigger picture again. Ow. My nose ring, like, be poking the hell out of me. Alright, let's get some tarot cards. That was way too many. What else is Cancer getting told to reflect on? That's still too many. Beware of conflicts or beware of getting into serious arguments because I did see the Five of Wands upright. Okay, so there is no need to uh, bicker about anything or take things out of proportion. You know, if there's a disagreement, agree to disagree. Flow with the good vibes instead of overthinking or overcomplicating the situation with complicated people. For some, if this is about, other people with this passion faded over time, be grateful of all the things that you were able to do together. But if that's no longer the case, move on. Okay, we have the Six of Wands now. So maybe you did step away because I just said I saw the Five of Wands and now we have the Six of Wands. So maybe, I don't know. I heard it like this. Maybe you feel like you outshined in some situation or better than the rest, and now you just feel like, okay, I don't need to be at this point in my life. I'm gonna just keep moving. If y'all want to stay there, you stay there. But I see something else. Or maybe this is what you need to say because now we got the Tower in reverse. And that's usually something or someone who doesn't want to address something right away because they want to keep on with the facade of the fake life that they built just to protect themselves from addressing the fear. And that's only going to make the truth harder to sink in. And then we got the Six of Swords in reverse, which is funny because in reverse, that's somebody who tries to run away from their problems but can't. My phone tried to update. But anyway, yeah, like I said, that's somebody who tries to run away from their problems but they can't. They're going to have to face their judgment in some way, shape, or form. They're not going to be able to move on or go anywhere else until they deal with the problem that they started. And like I said, if this is about some endeavor or whatever it is that you began because you saw the benefits, the long-term benefits in the bigger picture, that Six of Swords is saying, no, you have something to finish. Or no, this is something that you should really seriously reconsider before you just try to jump ship and leave it all behind. Because then you're going to be reminded of totality. What was the whole point then? Are you going to let something go to waste? So that's what you're also being told to. Don't let something go to waste. Especially starting out with the Six of Wands because that is someone who is assured of success. That is someone who has proven why they are successful because they've taken certain actions to make sure that whatever they plan to do, they do it, regardless of obstacles, right? So you're being reminded to get back in that mindset if it's about an endeavor. And then if it's about a person, just like I said, I just feel like you don't want to do what the crowd is doing anymore. You want to, because it doesn't, whatever the crowd has done or whatever you used to do, it didn't make any solutions. You're looking for solutions. You're looking for resolutions. You're looking for progress. You're not looking to just be stuck in the same thing and feeling the same way, which is competitive or hostile. Like, you're not looking for that. You're looking for support. Slowly or surely, you're going to realize that somebody here is not good. They're not a good influence to have around. And you might catch on to this a little late. Because I don't want to say it was the least expected, but it was just not thought of. Okay, let's see, what else? What else do we have for Cancer? This is the end goal that you started out with in mind. This is the reason that you began something because you wanted to live in some sort of paradise, whatever paradise it is for you, whatever a good outcome looks for you, like whatever brings you peace and leisure, relaxation, whatever makes you feel like that you're on vacation or in good weather or some in other words like a good environment of people, whatever makes you feel like that was what you started out with in mind. And this is the big picture. Maybe some of you literally wanted to go on vacation to a specific place. Don't lose sight of why you started something. But some of you just feel like you're just wandering around with no aimless, direction, and just keep going. That also can mean trust your instincts too. Even if you don't know exactly where you're going, just go with the good vibes. Just go whatever makes you feel okay. But don't surround yourself in situations where you feel confused or, again, hostile. That word want to keep coming up. The higher you go, the tougher it gets, but the prettier the sights will be. With the Rocky Mountains. And they say it gets lonely at the top. So, but in the end, if you can make yourself proud because you achieved something that you said you wanted to do, well then, by all means. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end that there. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring this attention back on what your friends are talking about. Maybe when you're not around, or maybe you're waiting to hear about something, or somebody is waiting to hear something about you. I don't know. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The extended will be down below. If you want personal readings, you can reach out to me with the information that I provided. And yeah, I hope to talk to you soon. So until next time.